Okay, so this is a very short film on showing you the easiest way to take a background out in Photoshop. Now we're not going to use the method that you would use with a green screen. We had mentioned some limitations of our green screen, meaning that there wasn't an even color, there were some shadows in there. So we have an image to work with. All I did was open up in this images folder, which you guys will all have an opportunity to create. I've named the file first name underscore last name, and remember it's a JPEG or a .jpg file. We want to take that JPEG file and we're going to move it into Photoshop. I'm just going to drag and drop it. We'll use this method. And a couple things to keep in mind here. This is a background image that we want to duplicate. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on duplicate layer, and I'm going to call this final copy, and I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to add another layer, and this is just a blank layer. Now what we want to do, if I hold down Control and hit the plus sign, it'll make it a little bit bigger. And if I hold down Control and press the minus sign, it'll make it smaller. So all I'm doing is zooming in and zooming out. We're going to need to do that as we go through these different stages to manually take out a background. So I'm going to take this background copy that's locked, I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete that layer. Don't want it anymore. Now if I need to start over, there's always some back options. You can always go back to the original image, but we're going to hope that things will go well. Lots of different ways to do this. Really important to understand, this is your selector tool, so if you're going to select something, this is what you'll use. Now this is my erase tool, which I want to ultimately get rid of the background. As you can see, this is the background that PNG files have. It is kind of that checkered background, but what that indicates for us is that this background is clear. So I'm going to make sure I'm zoomed all the way out. Now there's a lot of place that doesn't have a lot of intricate detail. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and take the tool that creates a square box, and I don't want to go down that far, but I can start chunking some of these areas out. Again, we're not going to learn everything about Photoshop, and there are different methods on taking the background out. But for now, I'm just going to try to show you the easiest way. I'm going to go back to the eraser file, and I have some intricate detail here I want to be really careful about. So I want to deselect. I've got this selected here. I'm going to go to select, deselect. If you ever run into that, important to make sure you deselect some options.